Hey Ryan, Jessica Peterson here. Thank you so much for speaking with me earlier and accepting this free video. I'm super excited that you did because today I'm going to show you 3 strategies you can start employing right away, and it's going to make a significant difference for your business. I know that it will because we've applied these same strategies to over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys, and it's made a huge difference in their business. Right now, you have 0 traffic coming to your website organically per month, and that means you're missing 60 to 70% of jobs every single month by not having these strategies in place. So please take this information I'm about to give you, start with it, run with it today, and start driving that traffic so you can help more people in your community. So today we're talking 3 major strategies. We're talking about your content keyword strategy, citations, and backlinks, okay? So here we are on your website. You do have the basic start or the basic fundamentals of a starting website. I'm glad that you at least have one. I am happy to see that you do have a click-to-call phone number. In the last 18 months, Google's done a huge push on being mobile ready, mobile friendly, mobile first. And so having click-to-call phone numbers, easy to use forms, and simple navigation systems are going to be critical. Without that, even if you had the perfect website and everything going on, it could still hinder your ability to get found online. Now, when it does come to ranking, content is king. You need a ton of content, and not just any type of content, okay? Google does require a separate page for every single service that you offer. Right now, you have a single page website, and unfortunately, these do not work, and they're not going to help you. So you do have to have a separate page for each of these individual services that you offer. Google wants to see one page completely dedicated to that one service. So this allows you to write in detail about that topic. For instance, different types of water intrusions and processes that you use to take care of those and why they should hire you for that, and the most commonly questions that you get answered. So it needs to be beneficial and helpful, but it needs to also be built around your local keywords. 99% of people, when they are searching, they will not be searching your brand. They are searching the service that they need. When they're searching, they don't know who you are yet. So majority of people, and over 99%, are searching for services. So if you're based out of Sioux Falls, they're going to be searching for things like Sioux Falls carpet cleaner, or water damage restoration Sioux Falls water damage, okay? So we have to be focused on our local keywords. When we talk content comes in a variety of different things. It could be videos, it could be images like your van here. So you save as, best choice, carpet cleaning and restoration, local best, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So it is labeled with your brand, and for this image that might be okay. But for images related to your services, every single image needs to be optimized with those local keywords, keeping in mind that people search differently, so you want to capitalize on the different ways they search to drive the most potential traffic to your website. And when we're also talking about content, we're also talking about all this written content throughout your website also has to be optimized around those local keywords. This home page here, right now all you have is a landing page. But the home page of a website is the most critical page of the entire website. Because it ties everything, all your back pages, services, service areas, all of those pages that you would have together. This home page needs to have a summary of all of your major services, and focused around those local keywords. And then, of course, you would have service pages And also, if you're servicing outside of Sioux Falls, whatever that location is that you service, any area that has search volume should also have their own pages for each of those services, okay? That's going to allow you to be found in all of the communities that you service for each service. Google sends crawlers to your website, which are little mini robots that crawl your site. They scan through all the images, videos, content, to look for all of the information about you, to understand what type of services do you offer and where do you offer those services. So when the content is flat, there's not really much information, it's not really beneficial or helpful information for your customers, you don't have a keyword focus, Google doesn't know who to send to you. It confuses the algorithm. And if the algorithm's confused, then we cannot expect them to send you customers, okay? So your content keyword strategy is going to be really, really critical. And I'm actually excited to be talking to you guys. I used to live in Sioux Falls about 30 years ago, so it's kind of exciting for me. So anyways, I got off topic. So when we're talking content, content is key. You need a lot of it, okay? Now, when we're looking in Sioux Falls for top water damage restoration in organics, we get Crew. They have a decent website. They do have separate pages for their services, like I was just talking about. They do have click to call phone numbers. They also have a form right up at top, which I highly recommend. Once you start driving traffic to your website, you want them to convert as soon as they land on your page and not have to try and figure out how to contact you. So forms above the fold right there is perfect. Let's see, they have a little bit of content here. I did not mention, but I should have mentioned, your homepage needs at least 1,500 words of that written content. And if your competitors have 1,500, you need more, so you'll want 1,800 to 2,000 or more. This specific competitor, we can see here, they have separate pages for all of these service areas, okay? So I definitely recommend doing the same thing, but only if they have search volume. If not, it's kind of a waste of time and money. So, but definitely work on your content strategy. You need more content than they have. They really don't have a whole lot here either. So, while they're driving traffic, I think these guys should be fairly easy for you guys to beat, okay? Now, we know when your customer is doing a search, they're going to do a search something like this. And when they do, we want your website to be the one that shows up here, okay? And there's three main areas where your website can have a good position. And the first is generally going to be cost per click ads and these local service ads. And these can be very lucrative for you guys as long as you have your systems and foundations set up. But if not, your ROI can be kind of poor, okay? Now these other two sections here, I like to say are more important, and that's only because they get the bulk of the traffic. This is the Google Maps section here, the Google Map Pack, your Google Business Profile, and your goal should be to be in this top three, one of these top three listings, because 30% of people come straight here and they do not go anywhere else. And so when you're not one of these top three companies here for each service, then you're leaving 30% of that revenue on the table every month and sending those customers to your competition. So in order to get in this top spot, there are many factors, but the most important is something called citations. That is simply going out and getting a bunch of directory listings for your business. So it's going to include your name, address, phone number, and website. You're going to list them in directories like the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's, and House. Okay, all of those are great citations. You just need more of those than your competitors. And then this third section down here, this is your organic section. This is the most important section because 60 to 70% of people will skip the ads and they'll skip the maps over here and they come right here. So you want your website to be showing up here when they do these searches for each of those services you offer, okay? And the higher you are ranking up towards the top of this, the more of that local traffic you're going to get, the greater that percentage, okay? So in order for your website to show up here, though, it all comes back to the foundation of this website being properly built and optimized with the right content keyword strategy, as well as being supported with supported with backlink SEO. So this here is Ahrefs, a paid tool I use to analyze how a website performs. We can see here you have a rating of a 4.2 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, and that means Google doesn't trust your website, and that is partly because of the content of the website, but more so power that you're sending to it. Your website is a tool, and like most tools, they require power, and we send power by sending backlinks. And so while you do need a lot of backlinks, and we do need more than our competition has, not all backlinks are created equal. They are not the same. This is a popularity contest. And the fact that you have over 400 links coming from only 22 websites, and you have a score of 4.2, tells me that probably over 400 of these links are probably pretty bad, spammy type links that are actually hurting your score. So we only want to go after the good quality links from websites of similar businesses, other home service businesses, roofers and plumbers and landscapers, vendors, etc. When you get those good quality links, your authority goes up, the score gets higher, and Google starts promoting your website higher, making you easier to be found online, and they will help to rank keywords when you have them. Currently, you don't have any keywords indexed, so you're getting zero traffic, okay? Without any keywords, there's no way for Google to send you customers. So you definitely need to work on these strategies. If we look at your competitor, they have a pretty low score of a 6 with 194 backlinks. So again, you need more backlinks, but better quality. But they've been indexed for over 188 keywords, and they're getting over 200 people to their site. But if we're being honest here, we actually look at their keywords. Besides their brand, most of the people coming to their website are from a national keyword that they're ranking for, water restoration services, and they're not a national company, they're local. So how many out of that 193 people do you actually think are from Sioux Falls? Okay, they could be showing up in New York and may not even be local. So there's no way for us just looking at this data to know if any of this is actual local traffic. And they don't really have any local keywords that are ranking. So again, I really do think these guys are absolutely beautiful, and I think that you guys can do it pretty easily when you follow these strategies. So please feel free to take these strategies and run with them, apply them yourself, and start today, and start driving that traffic and helping more people in your community. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in growth, give Peterson SEO a call. This is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So please feel free to reach out, ask any questions that you might have, respond to my email, give me a call, or shoot me a text, and we'd be happy to chat. And I'd also love it if you'd be willing to give me some feedback on this video, just so I can continue to make them better. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.